From the world And we are live. Alicorn is in two places because Groudon keeps crashing.
Woo! He's
Ooh,
gonna come back a
Alicorn.
little bit later after it's
Alright, alright.
box.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete that. I'm going to put a picture in his place so when he comes back, Spooner Sloth,
Oh, with that 4 months.
4-month resub. Damn, let's get some hearts in the chat for Spooner Sloth. This is a love ambush. Give my power to the party. Long live mothers or mouthers.
Hey there, Spooner.
Spooner, you should know better. They're under my command.
Yeah, we're all probably just gonna die immediately.
Hey man, screw that noise.
You know, I had saved a picture for his character. There it is.
I am gonna donkey punch whatever the heck Rojan sends our way.
What?
That's right, man. Donkey punch with little mouth.
That's uncalled for, sir. All right, I'm gonna have to shrink Fox here a second. But while I'm doing this, how was your guys' week?
My week was uneventful. Oh,
As was
I
mine,
did
kind of.
I did drink for the first time in months, and it was absolutely the worst idea that I've had in a long time.
Yeah, you were not having a good time.
Apparently, if I drink that much while I'm on this medication, I sleepwalk. But not only do I sleepwalk, I speak in tongues and make people think that I'm having a stroke. So,
Oh damn!
yeah, not gonna be doing it anymore.
I'm sure it was just demonic possession, not a stroke.
I really hope no one has that videotaped because that'll be on the internet forever.
No, they didn't.
Shame.
Because they would have been like, "Hey, look what you did."
You remember? You mean when I when I videotaped Cassie drunk singing Moana?
Oh man, yeah, and you two are still together after that?
Oh
Holy
yeah.
shit.
Dude, our relationship is strong. It thrives on us trolling each other, trying to out dad joke one another and out shitpost one another.
Our relationship is fueled on sass, trolling, and the power of 4chan.
Pretty much. I mean, she sent me a text today saying that she's learned how to overcome her anxiety by learning from me and just being a complete and utter asshole at parties.
There you go, that works.
So apparently my sass has helped her anxiety.
Cool story.
Cool story, bro. Air dab. Yeah, but this week is the return of all of our games. I mean, we didn't go anywhere because, you know, we're the loyal ones, but tomorrow we've got the start of our Shadowrun game with Mila for RPG Mixtape.
I don't remember anything about my character already. Everything's out of my mind.
All I remember is I'm a dwarf version of Mr. Torg. That's
Nice.
all I can remember.
Oh man.
And then on Sunday we return to Chult, that godforsaken island,
After
with
a month.
Blood Moon Adventures. So we finally get to see how screwed we are since we arrived at Camp Vengeance.
Oh man.
Back to being called an idiot.
Yeah, this
you went from you've had a month off from being called an idiot and just being told you're not my real dad, and now you get the combination.
Yep.
Just can't catch a break.
And you thought Luxana being a player character was gonna be so much fun.
She's the one that's supposed to like me.
Yeah, well, you're mean to her, and you're not a real dad. You can't boss her around.
We'll see about that.
Anyway, you guys had a. You barely remember anything from Sunday, except I left to poo, and you guys leveled up without me. So I was wondering And I was there for World War Z zombies rushing the walls. It's pretty much where we are. So, last we left off here, you guys found yourself in a rather familiar-looking tower. That was until you got inside of it and realized that it only looked familiar from the outside. After diving into the ocean, you surfaced into the rest of the building, which seemed to be some sort of ancient judicial area, like a courthouse. As you were exploring, you came across multiple armored ghouls that didn't seem to want to talk and just wanted your blood.
Yeah, screw those guys.
After a failed sneak attempt, you guys had to, you guys fought off another horde of ghouls, but the sound has pretty much alerted everything else to your presence. And we are going to pick up there with right after the fight that you guys did last week ending, and the howls and clamoring of armor coming from deeper inside the building.
Oh yeah, and Cassius got bit.
Oh yeah,
I got bit.
Cassius has a rather nasty disease going with him right now, which is called, for those who did not see it, Ghoul fever.
Oh jeez. But supposedly the effects are not instantaneous, so he doesn't know he has it.
Spread mainly. So I'll read it again for everyone to give you a little refresher. Spread mainly through bite wounds, this rare disease makes itself known within 24 hours by swiftly debilitating the infected. A creature so affected must make a DC 17 Constitution saving throw after every long rest. Failure costs the victim 1d6 Constitution damage and 1d4 Dexterity damage.
Jeez.
The victim recovers from the disease by making successful saving throws on 2 consecutive days, but the accumulated Constitution damage makes this less likely that with each passing day. Greater restoration will cure the disease. Cure disease allows the victim to make a daily Constitution check with advantage. Once the disease is cured, the victim recovers 2 dexterity points per day naturally, but only magic can cast the lost Constitution.
Wow.
Primarily spread amongst humanoids, the disease can affect ogres, and therefore giants may be susceptible. If the infected creature dies while infected with the Ghoul fever, roll a 1d20, add the character's current Constitution modifier, and find the result on the adjustment table to determine what undead the victim's body rises in.
Oh my god, it's so wrong.
So make the first save, please, and the second one.
Well,
Otherwise you're not getting that con back.
The first thing I'm going to do is either a medicine or a nature check. Being a druid and all, to see if I know that the disease is a thing, not necessarily that I have it, but that I just know that it can be contracted from ghouls.
I will, since it's so rare, I'm going to say, let's do a medicine check with disadvantage.
Oh.
Well, I do have advantage, so that'll make it neutral at least.
Wait, medicine you say? Medicine. Ichira is proficient in medicine. I will assist, which gives him a normal check.
Well, since I'm proficient in it as well, that cancels out the disadvantage.
Well, being proficient doesn't give you advantage.
Yeah.
That's only something Imp does.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's only something Imp does.
Gotcha.
So me aiding would normally give you advantage, but that turns it into a normal check. So I am aiding. Nice.
Okay.
It's one of my highest stats.
So Cassius, being the germaphobe that he is looking at the bite on his shoulder. He slowly checks the bite on his shoulder, and you can see the dark tendrils slowly starting to beginning to spread from the wound through your skin.
Gross. Now, since it is so rare, would I have any indication or think for any reason that I might be able to fix this with healing magic?
With that medicine check, I will say that you do know how to cure it, or with you know how people have gotten rid of it in the past.
Okay. I have in my notes that Greater Restoration is the one that does it.
Greater Restoration will remove it. Cure Disease will give you advantage on the Constitution saving throws.
Okay, so in that case, thank God I have this. I don't know why I put it on my sheet, but I'm glad I did.
All right, Greater Restoration will remove it from your body.
Thank God. And I'm going to immediately follow that up by using this on the entire group, since we can hear the horde rustling in the distance.
Probably a good idea. So that gives you, what, a plus 10 bonus to your stealth checks?
Yes.
Yeah, to dexterity stealth checks.
All right.
That's useful.
That is indeed useful. And Cassius probably is now, or Fox is now probably thanking the gods that he took Greater Restoration for some reason.
Yep. See, I put it on my sheet because I was thinking, well, okay, Cassius is kind of starting to do good things now, so let's maybe give him some nice spells. That was just one of the ones I picked.
Well, there you go. So you're not gonna get drained, because I was reading what you could turn into with the whole thing if you died, and it gets a little twisted.
I've already been a lich once. I think that's enough for me.
All right, so going on through the halls, who is taking points?
I guess I'm taking point since Necrath is ill.
Well, oh yeah, Necrath is wait, did Necrath get infected with 2?
No.
No.
Just,
No.
Oh, because okay, yeah, I got you.
Well, he said in Twitch chat he should if it's steady for another 4 minutes, he'll pop back in.
All right, Groudon, when you come back in, dude, just come in with voice chat only. It should help your connection rate a little bit. I've got as you see on the stream, I've got the image set up for you, so you should be good. All right, so Ichirai, can you give me a D20 roll, please, sir?
Sure, I will kill the party for you so you can avoid blame.
Okay. Well, the DM is always without blame. We merely set things up for you. Okay, so as you start going through this hallway, you come to sort of a bend to the right, and opposite of the bend is a door directly in sight of the next hallway. So,
Okay.
like on your left, there's a doorway, and but on your right, it bends into another. Oh, I'm sorry. On your left is the door, and on the right, it bends into another hallway.
Okay. I want to listen at the door.
Okay. Can you give me
Perception.
perception? Yeah.
Ugh.
Ugh. Okay, so you do hear what sounds to be the drip and splash of water inside this room, or behind the door, I should say.
Alrighty. I tell the party I hear something in there, but I don't know what it is. It sounds like water falling.
Congratulations, we have found the bathroom.
Found the bathroom.
Leaky faucet.
You want to check the door so we don't have something behind us?
Probably for the best.
Alrighty. I check to see if the door is locked.
The door is not locked. Wait, how do you check the door? I should ask.
I am going to. I'm just going to turn the doorknob.
Okay, you turn the doorknob and you feel like you begin to twist it, and you feel that there's no resistance.
All right. So then I guess I'm opening the door.
Okay.
I want to do it quietly, so I'm not sure which one to roll. So I guess stealth.
Yeah, give me a stealth check.
All right, and I have +10 because pass without trace. So please be a good roll.
+10, 28. Yeah, you're good. You open the door, and inside you see a small hole in the ceiling that seems to have been patched up by itself by like falling debris, but there's still like a slow like drip of water that's causing a pool in the center of it. Off in the corner though, you see an elven like an elf male against the corner with his legs pinned underneath some stone debris. It looks from like where you're at, he's still hanging on, but he's seen better days.
Oh, damn it. I go protector mode, and I just it's like hark, someone is in danger.
Hark, I'm lawful good.
Yep. Yeah, I know it's a trap. Try, divine blood kind of sucks sometimes. So
Bear Luxana would probably follow suit and brush over with each eye.
So someone looks like they're in distress. I walk over to them and, cautiously, but I'm like, who are you?
You ask, who are you?
Well, yeah. I mean,
okay.
He's pinned, so I'm hoping he'll answer.
He looks up to you, and like he goes like to open his mouth, but you could see the weakness and fatigue in his eyes, and it looks like he's been trapped there for a couple days. As he just like reaches out, and he's like mouthing the words help, trying to get like a sound out, but not really working. He's dressed in just this like what used to be this set of like nice leather armor with a leather overcoat, almost like a duster.
Okay. So he's pinned, right?
His legs are pinned, yes.
All right. Well, I don't have the strength to unpin him. That's for sure. I'd be dex, not strength. But I will give it a shot. Is there anything I can use to get leverage to try and like assist with lifting the rocks up enough for him to pull himself out, or someone help pull him out?
You could tell that like while you would have some issue trying to pull them up yourself, anyone assisting you would be able to help you move these rocks off of him.
I'll do it.
Hey, Groudon's back.
Yep. Hi.
Hi. All right. So with the combined assistance of Nekrath, you guys are able to lift the stones and move them off of him.
Alrighty. So then move them off, and I am going to, let's see. May have useful informations. So let's see. Does he have any wounds that require the use of the healer's kit, or
his legs, aside from being pinned underneath the stones, don't look like they have taken too much damage. Most of his my brain just like shut off for a moment. Most of his debilitations look like lack of food and water for the past couple days.
Okay. Well, I will. If he doesn't look like he's actually injured, then I'll give him some rations, and I'll give him some regular booze to drink.
Okay. And he slowly eats the rations, but he downs the liquid, like looking at you thankfully. As his ears like perk up for a moment, and he motions towards the door and tells like everyone else to come in, and like he's motioning for you to come in and shut the door behind you.
I'll say like, hey, come inside, bar the door.
Okay.
I'm not sure if everyone else is actually gonna do that. I'm just saying it.
Well, I'm assuming Luxana would have went with Ichirai and just kind of sat with the elf and kept him company and stuff while you guys were moving boulders off of him, because I'm sure it didn't feel very good.
Well, no, usually getting your legs pinned underneath boulders is not normally a good thing.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys come in and you shut the door, and as the door is shut, moments later you hear the clanking of armor walking by the door, and these guttural voices talking to one another in a language that you do not understand. And the elf looks up at Ichirai, and he's like, They patrol these halls every couple hours.
What are they? I do not recognize this particular form of undead.
In layman's terms, they are ghouls, but they have seemingly evolved.
Oh, that's not
banded
good.
together, if anything. They now show intelligence intact in their own primitive ways, and the stronger ones have set up some sort of monarchy where they all where they all hail under one leader.
And the leader is not a lich; it's just another ghoul.
A very powerful ghoul. They
that's
have
not-
even started taking to call themselves the Ghoul Nation.
Okay.
Oh, I always wanted to commit a, what do you call it when you exterminate a population?
Genocide?
Genocide. Yeah. I always wanted to try my hand at genocide. It should be fun.
Well, considering I played in Dark Sun, I'm not too familiar with that prospect in a D&D setting. But yeah, so I asked him, like, he's some sort of explorer. I don't want to say thief or rogue because he's dressed in leathers. He's in a dungeon by himself. I'm trying not to call a spade a spade.
He props himself up a little more on the wall, like trying to get comfortable. He's like, well, I'm not too proud to admit it. I am a treasure hunter. Okay. I set out in my own vessel a couple weeks ago to try and gain a name for myself, exploring these uncharted seas. When I came across this tower, and I began to investigate it.
Now, did we see his ship or a dinghy or anything?
You did not.
Okay. So I asked, like, did he come by himself or with a crew?
By myself. Foolishly enough, I wanted the fame and riches to myself.
It's like I understand those feelings, and I do like a peripheral glance over at Cassius. And I'm like, we saw no ship, so I hope you had nothing of value.
They are known for stealing ships.
So they take the ships that are left behind.
Any ships that are abandoned or they have taken over by force, they add to their own fleet.
Okay, so at the sound of that, I turn to Luxana and I go, "Can you still feel our ship?"
Can I feel the ship?
Yes, you can.
Okay. If the ship seems like it's in any duress, please let me know.
Okie dokie.
It's like my wife and children, alive and unborn, are on that boat, and I will empty the ocean if these fuckers go anywhere near them.
Oh, you know about that now? That's great. And then I'm just gonna give you Troy a hug.
It's like, so
Even the 6-year-old knew before you.
I know, what the hell, man. It's like the dad's always the last one to know. It's like so wrong. Alrighty, so what treasure brought him to this? Did he come here? I want to know if he came here specifically looking for a particular treasure, or he just, went out into the wild and he just stumbled across this tower.
I bought a map.
Huh. Gee, that sounds like something very familiar.
All right, listen. The map didn't bring us here that I bought. Okay.
I know.
It was the map on the ship.
So
as he gives a description of the Dragonborn merchant that Luxana and Cassius have both encountered. He said that he won this in a card game and promised that there was great treasure and something of a bragging story for anyone who set sail and was able to conquer a location such as this.
We need to have a chat with this guy.
Well, at least on the bright side, it looks like the maps Luxana got might actually be accurate.
True.
Well, probably after hearing that, Luxana would dimension door back onto the ship, grab the map that she got for Cassius, and hop back to kind of try to compare them and see if they're the same map or not.
Are you
sure?
Close, are you close enough for that?
It should be.
Also, I'm pretty sure it requires line of sight to dimension door.
No, it
Yeah.
doesn't.
Here, bring up the information dimension door. Let's see how long the 500. No, you're not within it. You're not within range.
Ah, darn. I tried.
Yeah. I don't think you need to see, but I think that's the limiting factor. It's like you need
to be within range.
It's a range thing. Otherwise, it's a super cheap teleport.
It's a teleport with no risk.
Yeah, not
Well, if you are within range, then you just have to be able to visualize the place where you're going.
Yeah.
You don't even have to visualize it. You just have to describe the direction of it.
Yeah.
Like 400 feet that way. Boom, you're there.
Yeah. Like I said, it's super cheap and safe teleport. Gygax won't allow that. So I excuse myself for being so rude. I asked him again what his name is.
Did you ask what his name was?
I did, but he tried to say it, but he was like,
Oh, that's right, because you asked him who he was. like the first question he walked up said when the guy was pinned underneath the rock is, "Who are you?"
Well, yeah, well,
Excuse me, sir. I see that you are pinned under these rocks. Do you have any proper identification?
Hey, man, I'm lawful now. These things, there's procedures involved.
There's please.
He goes, my name is Valerian Crow.
Okay. Does the surname Crow ring a bell?
Not really.
Okay. Alrighty. So he's treasure hunting. He bought a map from the map guy. He came here for fame and glory and riches. So I'm like,
your movie sucked, Elf.
It's like, well, we too came here to explore this tower, not so much for riches, but to see what was inside. There being an army of ghouls is quite disconcerting. You say they have a fleet like of how many ships and of how many ghouls?
I haven't had a chance to count them all. All I've heard is them speaking in passing. Sometimes they slip and they speak the common tongue. Though they keep mentioning something of a matriarch in this area, as if it is her own personal domain.
Okay, so is this the furthest you got before you were trapped?
Unfortunately, yes. I was exploring this room when I set off one of their numerous traps. As you can tell from the hole in the ceiling, I stepped on an explosive rune.
Oh, that's
thankfully it did not sever any of my limbs, but unfortunately it pinned me in this corner.
Alrighty, so stealth is of the utmost importance, and alrighty, and traps. So Ichirai will turn to Elric and go. I know your imp friend is somewhere meandering about. Do you think he would mind, or would you mind sending him a little ahead to see, what type of numbers we're dealing with? If there's too many, then it's not worth us venturing forward past this point.
Yeah, while we're waiting in this room, might as well send him ahead.
Okay, so you send the imp ahead?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and tell my imp to scout ahead.
Okay.
Well, he can turn invisible, and he flies without
he does
audible sound. So I mean, he's the perfect spy.
He goes, "What do you want me to do if I see anything, boss?"
Just report back.
So come back to you. Don't telepathy or anything.
I mean, let's go with telepathy if it's minor, but if it's something big, go ahead and just come right back. We're at the point where stuff might be able to see you if you're not careful.
Yeah. Especially if they have a matriarch and, she's controlling all of them, or if they bow to her, she's probably a magic user. As he flies over the door and just phases right through it and continues on.
Alrighty.
Sorry, Elric, have you revealed your look to anyone yet, or are you still covered up?
I'm still covered up.
Okay.
God, I'm waiting for you. It's gonna be it's like he's gonna look like the mysterious sixth member of Kiss. It's alrighty, so we're getting a little bit of the area scouted. We know that there are, dangerous undead, organized dangerous undead here. So I can do some damage against undead. Each turns to Cassius, and he asks, did you prepare any contingent of spells that would be harmful to undead?
Nothing in such close quarters.
On the positive end, everything burns.
Everything burns. Oh, true. But I'm not. My concern is I don't want to be caught in a maze underwater surrounded by undead ghouls. Well, ghouls, I mean, it's obvious they're undead, but
He goes, "Oh, maybe this can help you." As he reaches into his his coat, and he pulls out a rolled up parchment and hands it to Ichirai.
Did you just call it a kiss coat?
Kiss coat.
No, I said his coat.
I thought you said kiss coat. I'm sorry. My brain.
What the hell's a kiss coat?
I don't know.
Hey,
I was just
Coat.
thinking of like the band Kiss with like just some ridiculous giant coat of some sort with metal all over it, and I don't know. You threw me off with that damn YouTube video. I'm done for right now.
What's the parchment that he hands you?
It's an old it's an old piece of parchment that when you unravel it, it's like the old floor plan from when this building was still in use.
Oh wow!
He goes, he's like, I found that in the main chamber.
Okay. So all right. So looking at the floor plan, can we tell any of us potentially what this building was for?
It was definitely it was definitely a house of judgment. As like the room that you are in now is connected to a long hallway that dips back down at a right angle and leads back to the room that you guys entered in, and but it also connects to a room farther in the back, which is a large like amphitheater style room where the main courtroom was situated at.
Ooh, okay. Alrighty. So, alrighty, and we know every few hours, the Ghoul Patrol comes by this hallway door where we are. And can we see where we are on the map specifically?
Yeah, you guys are on the far left of the back. Was it the back amphitheater hallway?
Alrighty.
So if you were to go down the hallway that you guys came upon and then made a left about at the center of it, you would be taken through these large double doors into the amphitheater. And
Alrighty.
you notice that there are other rooms along the way that seem to be smaller, like either meeting rooms or waiting rooms.
Alrighty. So the matriarch more than likely is behind the double doors in the big courtroom area.
He's like, that is what I have been able to gather. It seems that she controls this area of the sea, as ghouls who pass through will randomly appear and pay her tribute.
Wow. Okay. That's so she's really powerful. Okay.
Think of it though. If she gets regular tribute, she has lots of treasure to take.
I understand she's got a lot of treasure to take, but my concern is she akin to a lich where she'll only have a minimal amount of guards just to keep out, pesky adventurers, or is she trying to, amass an actual undead army and beset the remaining landmasses?
Well, only one way to find out, right?
His ears seem to perk up at lich, and he's like, no, they are nothing like liches. They honestly have a severe hatred for one of the lich lords who has been trying to move in on their part of the seas.
Okay, so now we know that beyond our known maps, there are armies of undead fighting for territory. That is all kinds of not pleasant news.
He's like, the only thing else I have gathered about her is her name amongst the ghouls that have come to pay her tribute only refer to her as the Beauty.
The Beauty. Well,
that's interesting.
Well, there are undead that can guise themselves in a pleasant form to lure in their prey. So, alrighty. So then, I say we wait for Tiny. I forget what your imp is called.
I forget what his called too.
Soa, Iosa.
Elosa.
Elosa, yeah.
Alrighty.
I think
so-
we've only used his name once.
It really doesn't matter. Just call him Imp.
Alrighty. So I'm just gonna say, we wait for the imp to come back, to see, how if the hallways aren't heavily patrolled, we make our way room to room so we can get to the amphitheater area, and then see how many undead we're dealing with. I think if we do a tactical approach that way, we lessen our chance of being caught in the halls again by the ghouls, especially since they prefer to use long range attacks, which is a nuisance.
I don't know. I prefer it, but
At that time the imp comes back and he's like, so good news is we've only got one patrol walking the halls now, as you guys have already taken out one, but they have sort of beefed themselves up. You're looking at 2 ghouls and some weird-looking creature that seems to be made out of stone and eyes.
Stone and eyes. So not a beholder, but
No, more like a golem.
a golem made of stone and eyes.
Yeah, kind of freaked me out. I didn't get a look inside her main chamber. I can just feel the power emanating from behind the doors. I didn't want to risk it. But sound-wise, she's maybe got 4 or 5 ghouls in there with her.
I think this is all manageable.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can do it. I mean, if we're careful. Alrighty. So if there's one patrol, I mean, is the elf? Is he fit for battle? Does he want to just stay here and hide?
He goes. He looks over to Luxana. He's like, "My dear, if you can grab one of the blue one of the vials in my bag filled with blue liquid for me, please."
Okie dokie. She'll probably just open up the bag and root around for it and pull it out when she finds it.
All right. Are you just going to pull it out, or are you going to like look around in his bag as well?
She's probably gonna try to be a little sneaky and see what else he's got.
All right. Give me an investigation check.
Investigation.
Okay, so as you're digging around, you find the one of the blue vials. Imp with the resub for 7 months. Let's get some hearts in the chat for Imp. Man, that means mine is coming up too, because I think I subbed a couple days after Imp. But yeah, Imp, thank you for the 7 months, dude. So when you look inside his bag, you find the vial, but then you also see an old leather-bound tome, I should say, that has a sealed clasp, a dagger, and what looks to be a golden amulet.
Ooh.
Today we find out, is she a klepto?
Is she a Cassius? Well, okay, what did you just sleight of hand?
Oh, geez.
All of it.
The amulet, because it's pretty and it's jewelry and she's 6, so leave it alone.
Okay. So you
Fell into my pocket.
you easily palm the amulet and stick it into your pocket as you walk over and hand the elf the potion, and he drinks it, and you see that his whole body becomes like outlined in blue for a moment, and he slowly stands and he walks over and he picks up his bag and like slings it over his shoulder. He's like, I should be fit to travel.
Alrighty. Cool. So alrighty. So I'm, if he wants to stay in the back, that's fine. But I'm pretty sure. You know, if he wants to get an equal share of any potential booty, some of my companions are going to insist he either assists in combat or, you know, shows some other useful skills in this dungeon.
He goes, I am not sure I would be of much use in combat. Maybe I'll sneak back to the main chamber and wait for you there.
Alrighty, that's perfectly fine. Let's, you know, that way we don't have to worry about, you know, anything happening to you. And when he heads back to the main chamber, I tell Luxana to tell the ship if he comes near it, not to let him on it.
Okie dokie, I can do that. And I'm just gonna try to use my powers of communication with my BFF.
The boat has told you that it is already hiding.
Okay.
Perfect.
Awesome.
She said that she saw another boat sailing around the tower, so she decided it would be best to make herself as out of sight as possible.
Okie dokie. Well, Luxana would go ahead and let Ichirai know that it's not a big deal. The boat's already on it.
Nice. Alrighty. Cool. So, alrighty. So peace of mind there. So then I say we just missed the patrol, so I say we head down to the next set of doors and see if there's something useful in there we can use to narfle these fools.
Before we actually go anywhere, I am going to go ahead and do this on myself because I'm hurting a little bit.
Probably a good idea.
And you know what? I'm even going to use one of my healing potions on top of that because I was hurting a little more than a little bit.
Yeah, you did get hit quite hard.
It's,
I had like 16 HP left, so.
Is anybody else really hurting, or are we all in pretty good shape?
Yeah, I am. I'm like halfway.
Yeah.
I'm in good shape.
Well, you've got like 9,000 HP. You'll be fine.
Oh, thanks. Oh, Fancy, is that you?
What healer did you anger?
How to piss anyone off? I haven't.
Okay,
Yes.
so are you guys heading out, or are you taking like some sort of rest?
I don't think we're hurt enough to warrant a short rest yet. Yeah, I mean, especially with Cassius being able to cure his cuties. I'd rather be on the move than stay still for too long and risk getting caught by a patrol.
Okay.
And I'm not sure, is that cool with everybody else, or?
My thinking though is we want to actually engage the patrol. We don't want it still around once we go into the main chamber.
So you want to try and set a trap for it?
That or just, slaughter them.
It's like,
What
set a
do
trap,
to me?
outright kill them.
Elric's like, it's been 5 minutes and I haven't set anybody on fire.
I mean, that being said, they only really got dangerous once they got into melee. Otherwise, they would just shoot off an arrow each round.
True.
Elric.
I mean, think about it. Even at melee range, you guys can get infected like Cassius did. If we just stay back, the worst we have to deal with is some arrows. That's not a big deal. We have a monk who can catch arrows, for heaven's sake.
All right. I mean, I have a crossbow, which I still really haven't put on my character sheet because I hardly ever use it.
Yeah, you have that elemental crossbow and you still haven't put it on your character sheet?
Yeah, I know. It's like,
Jesus.
dude, I stab and I punch. It's like, it's like it's barely even a backup. It's like, I have to remember I have it.
Okay, so, How are you
All right.
guys doing this?
So I guess we wait for the patrol to come by, and then when we hear them get far enough away, we step out of the door and just attack them with range.
Yeah, well, worst case scenario, we can stay behind the door so that there's literally just one entrance. So if they charge us, they're more funneled.
Yeah. I mean, that works. You know, I don't know if Necrath has anything ranged other than, a spattering of spells.
Well, in that case, he can be one to stand in the doorway and be ready for them to attack us when they do.
I mean, all I got is a fire ray. That I could just cast whenever.
Yeah, that's fine.
That works. Light things on fire.
All right. So you guys, in the distance, you hear more of that guttural speech happening, and then 2 doors opening and closing.
Let's get someone with a good perception at the door to listen for when they pass us.
I have
The imp sticks his head outside of the door, or I should say through the door, and he's like, "Oh, it looks like they left that eye thing in front of the entrance to that beauty lady's chambers. I don't see the other 2 ghouls. They may have went inside."
Okay. So if they're not patrolling, then we might want to rush the eye thing, maybe.
Yeah, but without a doubt, there's an early warning system. They'll know we're coming.
True, but I mean, they'll know we're here when we attack their patrol, and I don't know how long the patrol is going to stay or how long they're going to wait. I mean, we can attempt a short rest while we wait for a patrol, or we can be aggressive and head out and attack. So
I'm good with heading out and attacking.
alrighty. Are we still under the effect of the pass without trace?
Yeah.
It lasts for 1 hour, so
I would say you guys haven't been here an hour.
Alrighty. So then I'm gonna try a stealth check, and which will probably now botch since I actually am making a concerted effort to stealth. Plus 10.
22.
It's like,
Let's see.
Yay for pass without trace.
Yep. So you're able to stealth on outside the door, and down the hall you can see this creature. It's about 10 feet tall. And it looks like a golem, but it's just covered in, it's like a muscular body, but from head to toe it's just covered in multiple eyes, and in the center seems to be a larger central eye in its chest.
So it's like a golem version of a beholder, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's got multiple eyes in that case, but you don't know what it does.
Alrighty, so let me see. Do I have anything?
All I know is that if anyone has some good pocket sand, now is the time to use it.
Dude, that's what I'm looking through my inventory for, to see if I
Do I have pocket sand?
Well, no, I collect, bits and bobs and whatnot, and I actually do have mimic sand.
Oh God, you did take the mimic sand.
I have like a little pouch of mimic sand.
You do so in that regards, yes, you do have pocket sand.
So,
Dale Gribble, everyone.
dude, no, you never know. You never know what can be useful for making your beer.
And your next episode of Hoarders.
Hey,
I collect sand.
dude. I mean, hey, I'm getting into making magical brews. I don't know. Maybe I could have made some shape changing brew. Now I'm gonna use it to blind the eyeball golem. So, alrighty. So I'm gonna try and sneak up to the eyeball golem. You know, to however far I need to chuck this, you know, this little bag of sand I have, and I want to try and blind the central eye because I figured that's the main one. And I'm just gonna like hurl it right at it.
Okay. So once you get within, I would say about 10 feet, you can attempt a ranged attack.
Alrighty. So
Use the bow.
I'm not gonna strap it to the bow. It's gonna throw it out of whack.
Doesn't Luxana just want to be everyone's friend?
So
Well,
plus,
with as high as her charisma is, she could have like definitely been like, oh, you know, you want to be with us instead of them. They treat you so bad, right?
so +5, that makes it a
19. All right, so you throw the sand at it, and it covers it in a shower, but all it seems to do is it stops looking at the wall and slowly turns to you, like its head turns at you. You can see just like this gaping like black maw where its mouth is, and all of the eyes seem to shift towards you as it lets out just this primal roar.
Abort, abort, abort.
Sir, can you give me a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw?
Oh, crap on a stick. Come on.
Your wisdom should be good.
I know, but now that it's important, you know. It's not a matter that it's good, it's a matter of...
Okay, you're good. You're good. As, like, you hear your ears ringing for a moment as this thing just echoes throughout the halls, but aside from that, you take no negative effects. And now, my friends, you can roll initiative.
Oh, did I roll max initiative? God damn, nice.
Alright, let's sort these out. Damn, Ichirai knocking it out with a 25. Alright, sir, you are first.
Alrighty, so I don't get my assassinate because it actually went. I should have just did my assassinate since I had the stealth and just tried to murder face it from the get-go. But oh well, neither here nor there. So we're gonna go with a stab and electric damage.
So yeah, a 23 will hit. I like how you just assumed that a 23 hit.
Dude, if a 23 doesn't hit, I might as well just leave. Because it's like that hitting is what I'm good at, and if I can't hit with a 23, I might as well go home.
I don't know, that's only a 12. That would just make it a difficult fight.
Alright, so the kick will hit as well.
Ah, oops, that was supposed to be a stab. That'll be my unarmed attack.
Okay, so that does another 10. Stab will not hit.
Alrighty. And I am going to burn a point of key and go into patient defense.
Okay.
Because I have no idea what this thing is going to do, and I don't want it to happen to me.
Alright, Luxana.
Luxana is going to do the thing where she calls the rock a big dumb rock, and it shouldn't yell at people because that's super rude.
Okay. Is the DC correct on your thing? Is it a 13?
Should
That's a
be.
good question.
It should be higher, I think.
I would presume it should be higher.
That's what it says it is, because it says the save stat is wisdom and in the casting thing is the casting stat, but wouldn't that be
It
charisma?
should be your charisma. It should be your
Okay.
charisma.
It's 8 plus charisma plus your proficiency.
Okay, so it
I'm
should
sorry,
be
no.
17, not 13.
17. Gotcha.
Yep.
That makes more sense. I'm like, 13? That's like a low-level mockery. Well, he doesn't make it. So, he's going to take 7 psychic damage, And when she calls him a big dumb rock that shouldn't be yelling at people, you notice all these single teardrops coming from each eye.
Oh my gosh, he hurt his feelings. That's too funny.
All right. So in response, to everybody attacking it, it lets out this howl as all of its eyes open up and just send out this bright, blinding light throughout the hallway.
Oh, damn.
Just want to let you guys know that any ranged attacks, including ranged spells that require a spell attack roll, are made at disadvantage against the golem for 10 rounds. It lasts for a minute.
Jeez.
And then it goes to attack Ichirai.
Disadvantage.
Is that disadvantage?
I spent the key point to be dodging.
Okay.
Well, it's also a disadvantage from the vicious mockery, so.
Yeah.
Well, 15 will not hit you.
Nope.
A 15 will not hit you.
Woot.
So you got super lucky on that one.
Nice.
I'm kind of sad you got lucky on that one.
I know you're sad. I'm very happy. I do not want to know what the squishy eyeball hands do to my personage.
Elric.
Violated in nasty places. Well, I'm sure it burns.
All right, so 3 of these attacks at disadvantage. The 19 will miss.
Wait, why am I at disadvantage?
Because it's a ranged spell attack.
The blinding light that emanated from its body.
All right.
So
right.
miss, and miss. So all 3 miss as they go sailing over his head.
Man, the 19 missed.
Yep.
Damn.
AC of 20 plus. Damn, that's annoying.
That flesh golem.
That flesh golem is going to move 30 feet, more than likely not going to make it, and wait his turn.
Okay. Cassius.
So, the being itself is like a rock creature, essentially, but are the eyes kind of like fleshy, or are they
the
rocky
eyes?
as well?
The eyes look like natural eyes, but when you look at the eyes a little bit, you notice that they're not all the same color. They seem to have been taken from multiple people.
Oh my goodness, that is.
So
okay.
are specific eyes kind of emanating that light, or are all of them emanating? Okay.
All of the eyes are emanating that light.
In that case, thankfully, Ichirai threw some sand at it, so I'm going to go ahead and do that on the sand and attempt to essentially just force the sand into as many of its eyes as I can.
Okay.
Heck.
How would we do this?
That's a good question.
I don't know.
I think this would call for probably a Constitution saving throw on his part from this.
Probably, yeah.
So, what is your normal DC in these cases?
17.
17. All right. So, since this is a spell effect, he does have advantage.
Damn.
Ah.
As like the tear ducts of these eyes seem to work a little in overdrive, and they easily just clean out the sand in them.
It was worth a try.
Yeah, it was worth a try. It was a good try. Nakrath.
See,
It would be your turn, sir.
I'm gonna fly to the golem.
Okay.
I'm within range, right?
Yeah, you're within range. You're within range.
And I'll do a swing.
Swing.
2 misses.
2 misses.
Wow. I want to recount.
World's best doggo.
How far away is the?
Beauregard can easily make it.
All right, Beauregard will run up, and let's go with a chompy, I think.
That's gonna miss.
Yep.
Ijira.
Alrighty. So this is the creature is large, right?
It is a large construct, yes.
Alrighty. So so now there's 3 fighters in front of it. Alright, so cool. So I'm going to I'm gonna punch it. I'm just so you know, I'm not wearing my claw. Just because I still want to hold on to my gauntlets.
Gotcha.
Because I figure I'm gonna need some regen in this place. So I'm gonna use a regular fist attack, and that's as a bonus action. Well, I'm burning a point of ki, so I'm gonna drop it to 5, so I can do a fury of blows.
All right, so that's gonna miss.
All right, come on, hit, please hit.
That'll hit.
Yes. All right, cool.
Too bad. I was like, oh, wait a second, but no, this is a melee attack, not ranged.
Yeah. All right. So the flare blows hits. So now it needs to make a Constitution saving throw. I'm sorry, not Constitution, strength saving throw, or be knocked prone.
A Constitution saving throw.
Yep. And mine is.
I don't think a 7's gonna make it.
Nope. So it is.
It is prone.
It is prone, and now I have my 2 stabbies.
As like you like sock it in the leg and it drops to 1 knee. That's gonna miss.
I know, but I have advantage, so he's prone. So.
Oh, okay. So once again, that sword comes down, and as it just glows, this radiant light just strikes through the area and bringing down more pain on top of it.
Jeez.
So
two ones on that.
Give me that radiant bonus damage.
Oh, it's calculated.
Oh, you already calculated it?
Yeah, I rolled 2 1s. That's why the crit damage is so high.
Oh, okay. So you've got, let's see, 15, 32 damage.
Plus sneak attack because.
So 37 damage.
Alrighty, and I get 1 more stab. Alright, 25. I'm just gonna roll again just to see if I crit, but 25 should hit. Nope, no double crit. That'd have been nice.
Alright, so you've got another 13 damage.
Yep. And I'm done for the round, and I'm not dodging, so it has normal attack against me.
Alright, Luxana.
Me. Did you take the 7 damage for the psychic from the cutting words?
Yes, I did.
Because I forgot to point that out, so I wanted to make sure somebody was paying attention.
Yep.
Okie dokie. So since it's prone, we do have advantage, or are we still at a disadvantage?
You have advantage on melee attacks.
Melee.
Okay.
Disadvantage on ranged.
All right. I have no melee attacks currently, so.
But you still have your trash talk ability.
Yeah, I do have my trash talk ability, but I would feel like after seeing it cry, she's going to be really kind of sad, and she's not going to want to pick on it anymore. Because now she's the meanie.
She's not a bully.
Only Luxana has feelings for the monsters when she insults them.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's awful, but it's true. So she's just going to whisper the spoopy things to it instead.
The spoopy things. All right.
Spoopy things.
So it's got to make a wisdom saving throw, DC 17. It has advantage though, so. But it's not going to matter. So it's going to take another 16 psychic.
Woo!
Oh, and it's scared of her.
And I'm going to use yeah, it's scared of me, so it's got to.
It turns and runs.
But can it run if it's prone? Like
Nah.
would that count?
On its turn when
it's
Okay.
It's only on its turn. It must.
Dude!
Must.
TPWT Sam, thank you for that follow.
Yeah.
And thank you so much
Dude.
for the subscription as well.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. The subscription. Wow, I'm really dropping everything now. Let's get some hearts in the chat for Sam.
That's the first time sub too.
Yeah, that is a first time sub. We got a
That's
new member
perfect.
to the sub family.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I would say it could use its reaction to stay.
The thing is you cannot make it spooked. It takes the damage,
Oh.
but it is not spooked.
Ah,
Okay.
immune to the fear.
All right, well that's fine. That means we just won't
Though,
have to go chasing
like,
it
we-
down the hallway.
What did you what spoopy things did you whisper into its ears?
Just spoopy things about not having friends if it keeps being mean.
Oh, okay, so you're attacking its hope that it wants like a social life or something.
Yeah, because it's you know, because he was sad when I called him a big dumb rocky meanie thing. So, you know, I assume that it has feelings.
No, Sam, it's totally cool, dude. I'm just dropping the ball here on, you know, confusing follows and subs and words tonight. So the creature kind of gives a little shiver from the spoopy words, but doesn't seem to mind very much as it recovers from the Charlie horse that that not Elric, but Ichirai hit him with. And he goes to punch Ichirai back.
All right, normal attack. Please miss. Please miss. Please miss.
Please miss. I think you mean please hit.
No, no. Crap, that's a hit.
And then
Time out for just a second, because I want to do this thing because I've been waiting to use it because I wanted to do it at the right time.
Imp, dude, Imp just gifted a sub to Roller.
Woo, Roller and Imp, yay!
More hearts in the chats.
More hearts.
Roller, welcome on in. Yes,
Okay.
Roller, dude. Like as Imp said, Roller, thank you for your constant support, dude.
Yep,
We
you're
love your
always
face. Why'd you throw up cutting words?
Because cutting words, I can distract the golem from making an action.
She can decrease the hit.
Yeah.
When a creature that you can see within 60 feet, you makes an attack, ability check, or blah blah blah, you can use your reaction to expend one of your uses of Bardic Inspiration. Roll the Inspiration dice and subtract the number rolled from the creature's roll. Okay, so go ahead and do your Bardic Inspiration roll, and I take it you're going to subtract it from the hit it was going to do on Ichirai.
Right.
Okay.
Because I just told it that it's never going to make friends if it keeps being rude. Now it's continuously being rude. So, and it's 1d6.
All right, so does a 23 hit
That's-
you?
Just enough. That's my AC.
Okay, so it doesn't hit you.
Yes, I'm useful.
Oh,
Very nice.
Your armor absorbs all of the blow
I don't wear
from the
armor.
impact. Okay, your ripped monk body absorbs the blow from the impact. But you know that if this thing were to hit you, it would hurt, and it would hurt a lot.
Oh damn.
Elric.
You know, seeing as I still have trouble seeing it due to light, I'm gonna go ahead and play around with a new spell.
Uh-oh.
One that doesn't require me to roll an attack roll.
Mental Prison. You attempt to bind a creature with an illusionary cell that it only perceives. The creature you can see within the range must make an intelligence saving throw. The target succeeds. The target succeeds automatically if it's immune to being charmed. On a successful save, the target takes 5d10 psychic damage and the spell ends. On a failed save, it takes 5d10 and you make the area immediately around the target space appear dangerous in some way. Oh, okay. So it pretty much just puts up like an invisible barrier.
No, there's no actual barrier there. It's illusionary.
Yeah. Okay, so he is immune to being charmed.
Oh, so it doesn't matter. He just takes the psychic damage.
Yeah. So does he have to make a save?
Well, no, he
Oh, okay.
automatically.
So he just
But-
he takes 26 psychic.
Yeah. 5d10 psychic damage always happens with this spell, but there's potential to do a lot more.
Yeah. All right. The zombie, or I should say the flesh golem.
Golem's gonna move 30, which should be in range, and slammy slam. If I can freaking find the damn thing. There it is.
That will not hit.
That's all I can do.
All right, Cassius.
Well, I don't want to get within range of this thing, so I'm gonna stay back. And I'm going to hope that it fails the check on that, or the save on that.
Oh, good old
and
fairy
since-
fire.
Yeah, since that is a concentration spell, that means we no longer have that bonus to our stealth checks, since that was also concentration.
All right.
So this makes it to where everyone has
We're-
advantage on it.
Yeah, we'll have advantage.
Which will cancel out the ranged disadvantage.
Hey.
Okay, so he is illuminated in fairy fire, so everyone who attacks from now on has advantage. And Necrath.
Here we go. Like this time I'll hit.
2 will hit.
Nice.
Hey!
So you're going to do, let's see, 16, 30 damage.
Woo!
As this thing curls up for a moment, and then it lets out this deafening bellow that seems to shake the very foundation of this area. And then it just explodes in a shower of eyeballs all around you guys.
Oh,
Ooh.
I try to cover myself in my wings.
Can I collect some?
Yes, you can, because the eyeballs, even though they are showering and landing all over the place, are in perfect condition.
Fuck yeah! I'll
And
get a couple.
you notice that they're looking around, as almost as if they are still being controlled by someone.
I say we squish those suckers.
Ew.
Yeah, definitely.
Or at least burn them.
Or stick a dagger through them.
Something. Yeah, dude. I start
As,
stabbing
but
the eyeball.
but you guys you begin to see that there are small strings of light like beaming out in like multiple directions from these eyes, like going like almost as if like going through the ceiling. All of my spellcasters, can you give me an Arcana check?
Whoops, wrong character sheet.
My Arcana is trash.
But
I'm
I
the
count.
worst spellcaster.
I am.
Beauregard knows what's up.
Well, Beauregard
Nobody
is better than me.
understands what these are. So you guys just begin to destroy the eyes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I keep a couple and put it in a box that I have.
Okay.
I'm like, if you're gonna keep them there, keep them in the box. Don't.
Yeah, I'm keeping them in the box. I won't open the box.
Don't open it near anything important.
Okay.
What if the eyes can hear too?
Well, they're not.
Yes, I know what that sounds like.
The eyes can hear.
Well, I
Here
mean,
with your eyes, man.
If they're a scrying device.
While you guys,
Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say while you guys are destroying eyes, Luxana's gonna be super grossed out and really feeling super awkward and just gonna hide behind Cassius until it's over.
Okay, so you guys spend probably about a good 10 minutes just crushing
Making eye soup.
just crushing every eye in the area. And then you are standing outside of the doors of the main chamber.
Alrighty. Well, I'm pretty sure she knows we're here. The question is what are we gonna do once we get in there?
And let's, you guys can discuss that after we come back from our first break.
Alrighty.
All right, guys, so we are going to step away for about 5 minutes here. Just get up, stretch your legs, eat some of the drink, and all that fun stuff. And then we will be back with more D&D shenanigans. Stay tuned, everyone.
down one by one. No sound remains. Don't fear if death finds you this day.
Alright, we are back.
Hello.
Ooh.
So you guys are outside of the double doors of a main chamber of the matriarch of this little sunken building, who has only been described to you as somebody who may wield immense power and is something that these ghouls have been referring to as the Beauty.
Oh, anyone want to take a look inside?
Oh no. The last time I opened doors, I get hit.
Oh my god, he learned.
He did. It only took like 2.5 years, but he learned.
Yes!
Feature has an idea.
Healing potion.
He asks Cassius, do you have that silence spell thingy, whatever it is?
Yes. Oh wait, which spell specifically?
Whatever one makes stuff around you like quiet, where you can't hear anything.
No, not today.
Because I would say you can just cast it on, like, on my sword or something, and then I would just rush her. She's a spellcaster.
It's a good idea, but it's not prepared today.
What are you laughing at, sir? I don't like that laugh at all.
No, I just like the idea of just make me silent, I'll run at her and stab her.
Yeah, if I have a radius of silence that cuts out a huge chunk of her spell repertoire.
She'll never see a giant person with a sword coming at her.
Yeah,
From
no,
the
I'm not
front
saying
door.
I'm not saying invisible. I'm saying silent. So when I'm in her face and she tries to, like, bukkake me with her spells.
Wow.
I mean, I could just,
okay,
like,
I know
teleport
I
behind her
have-
and stab her, but
I
don't
know
think
I have-
it's gonna end well.
I know I have books that you refer to as twisted, Azarin, but nowhere in any of my books is magical bukkake anywhere in there.
I'm pretty sure in one of your books it's listed. You just haven't looked for it yet.
It's a custom skill.
It's a custom spell. So, yeah. What are you doing, friendos?
I think we should at least have an idea of what we're dealing with before we make a decision.
I mean, I can
However,
always-
that requires a very good stealth check from someone.
How about I have the imp stick his head through the door?
Yeah, as long as she can't see invisible things, that would be perfectly fine.
Well, it's a better chance than any of us will have.
True.
The imp looks over at you, a little disappointed. He's like, I know I
Have to
can't
go
say
the way
no.
in. Just stick your head through.
I swear to God, you know how much dying makes me a laughing stock down there?
Well, I can always help with that. I point my finger at him. Through.
Fine. See, like begrudgingly flies over to the door and he sticks his head in, and you hear this this force just hit the wall with like this reverberation as the imp's body like convulses for a moment and then just falls to the ground headless.
Well, at least we know what we're dealing with now.
You're screeching from Luxana and do whatever you guys want to do because she is going to be not useful at all right now after seeing that.
I better give that guy a cookie when he comes
Guys.
back.
The doors slowly open.
Like, this is the second headless body that she's been around. Right?
Yeah, in less than a week. So she is just up to here with her mental weakness right now.
As the doors slowly open, opened by two people dressed in full body plate mail,
Oh,
and down this this makeshift red carpet leads up to a large throne that has been moved into the center of this room, and on it sits this exquisitely beautiful dark elf. And she smiles and she's like, please, please come in. There's no reason to have peeping toms stick their head through the door. Let's be civil and let's all act like adults.
But I'm not an adult.
Then you should act like a princess.
And then she's just going to twirl around and do her little dress thing and look like a princess and be like, I like her. She's cool.
I think Cassius is gonna calmly enter upon invitation.
Yeah, I want to keep, at least, a monicum of distance from her.
Yeah, I don't trust her.
I will remain within 60 feet of her.
Okay. And you guys when you walk in, you notice that like across her lap is this golden scepter with a red with like a red spherical ruby on it. And you could see that there's smoke like emanating from the ruby itself. And you can see as the doors are closed behind you the singe marks from the blast that killed the imp. He goes, it's been a while since non-undead creatures have graced my domain. To what do I owe this pleasure?
Your tower appeared on our maps, and we came to investigate.
Investigate? Are you treasure hunters?
It's how we make a living.
Well, I am sad to say that this treasure is spoken for. And I hope that the sight of my guards and those you have dispatched have proven that it is not up for taking.
Well, we're treasure hunters. We're not thieves, of course. Well, not yet.
I love how Elric's just like, is like, oh.
Well, some of us are thieves, but we haven't come here with the intention of taking your treasures by force.
Well, that is a relief, Sir
Cassius. Captain Cassius.
Captain. Ah, an impressive title. Well, my name is Lilith. Those in the Ghoul Kingdom only refer to me as the Beauty.
Are you a princess?
I am more of a duchess, my dear.
Oh, okay.
And she
Please. Go ahead.
She looks over all of you. Give me one moment here. As she smiles. Excuse me for a second, I got something stuck in my throat. Alright, I'm back. As she smiles, yeah. And she gets up from her chamber, or gets up from her seat, and she places the scepter on the side, on like one of the armrests to show like she's making no sudden movements of aggression towards you. As she begins to walk towards Luxana with like a smile on her face.
Cassius is gonna kind of inject himself between them.
As she you know, places her hands up and she's like, I mean no harm to the child, Captain. It's just been so long since I've seen another beautiful face in my realm. I wish to give the child a present.
Oh, I love presents. It's okay, Cassius. She seems really nice.
As like she like holds a hand out, and this sparkling silver tiara appears in her hand. A token of friendship.
Oh man.
She's not even gonna ask if it's okay, but she's gonna go ahead and she's gonna grab it and say, "Do you really mean it?"
Let's see. I need to see something.
Do you really want to be friends here? Well, okay, let me check the table in the book first.
Luxana, what's your armor class?
My AC is 19.
So you notice that her, like, for a moment, her hair, like, lashes out towards you, but she jerks her head back, and she slaps it, and she's like, no, no, this is a friend. Bad hair. As she hands you the tiara and just, like, rubs your head, and slowly backs away.
Say bad hair.
All
Yes, yes, years ago, I had a curse placed on me where my hair is, not cannibalistic, but, what is the term you mortals use? Oh, yes, vampiric. It tries to drink people's blood. As I said, it has been a while since I have seen living beings in my domain, and it kind of got a little excited when I got towards the small one.
Well, that explains all the dead you surround yourself with.
She goes, well, that's more that I fell into a place of privilege amongst this kingdom after the wars.
I have to admit, it's quite impressive that you can form a society out of ghouls.
Oh, it is quite interesting that after the cataclysmic events, they kind of seem to have gained a newfound intelligence with one another. They almost as if they're not necessarily the ghouls of old that would feast on corpses in graveyards. If you believe their king, they aren't actually ghouls, as she like makes quotations, but cursed beings that were turned due to the cataclysm. As you could see, some of those in my regiment wear their old armor and wield their old weapons from days long past.
Now, if it's a curse, that of course means that it could be lifted in some way.
Unfortunately, my dear captain, this one cannot be lifted. This is a curse from the gods.
If I wear the tiara,
I
will my
know what
hair
those are
become
like.
like yours?
She gives a pleasant laugh to Luxon. She's like, no, my dear, it is just something to go with your beauty. It will not make your hair drink blood or turn you into a monster or anything like that.
She's gonna give a little hooray and put the tiara on and just kind of like hover around dancing. Because she has a new friend and everybody doesn't want to kill each other anymore, so let her guard down a little bit.
How long, if you don't mind my asking, have you been here?
Oh, how long? Let's see. A couple 100 years, maybe?
Have you ever had interactions with other societies of this world that haven't ended in bloodshed?
Unfortunately, when most people set eyes upon their kind, their first instinct is to attack.
Naturally.
They are a very misunderstood people, and they only wish for their own place in the world. But as you know, as judgmental as the living can be, they see anything that looks undead, they try to slay it.
Of course, I can't lie, I've been there myself, on both ends.
She goes, it's understandable. It is a ancient and long dragged out hatred between the living and the undead. Hence why we have not tried to make contact with those beyond our borders.
At that point, I think I'm going to probably just pull out that map that I had traced of the one in the captain's quarters, and I'm going to ask her, where exactly are your borders, so I can mark them clearly.
She smiles as she just takes a fingernail and she traces. Excuse me. She traces the borderline of where the unexplored sea is. She goes, it starts about there and ends as she goes like probably over about a third of the map and draws another line with her nail. She goes, there. Beyond that is the Lichdom, a place we do not tread, as they are very territorial and do not hesitate to use more violent methods to keep people out of their territories.
Understandable. Now, forgive me for skipping a lot of the pleasantries, but you seem cordial enough. I'm currently on a mission to expand the connections of this world, if you will. And I would love to be able to set up trade routes. Now, if I can get together a band of people brave enough to come out your way, would there be a possibility of establishing those routes with you? We could both benefit equally.
I would have to confer with the council. I am only in one seat of power, but that is a ruling that I myself cannot make. The other ghoul lords may see that as I am trying to overtake their seat of power. You understand how group monarchies work.
I do, of course. And we wouldn't want to cut anybody out or rise above anyone else. Everyone would have an equal stake.
Then maybe we could come to an arrangement. How about this? Stay the night as my guests. I will make the proper communications towards my fellow lords and ladies. And maybe we can't begin to unify our people.
It's a worthy cause, and I would be more than happy to stay the night.
She goes, yes. You will have every luxury provided for you. My guards and those under me will not attack you. They will not disturb you. You will be known as my personal guests.
Well, thank you for the hospitality and the chance to unify this world.
And she smiles and nods, and she points to one of the ghouls who seems to be a little more formally dressed. And she's like, Derek, be a dear and show these people to their quarters for the night. I must hastily be off to make preparations to contact the other lords and ladies. And Derek gives a bow and like ushers a hand out to all of you to follow him.
I will take Luxana's hand and follow him.
And Luxana will just skip and be like, see, told you that she was nice.
What are the rest of you doing?
Each year I will go to, I guess, whatever, hand servant is there leading to a room. I'm presuming the guest quarters are all fairly close to one another.
He goes, yes, they are in the same hallway.
Yeah, let's follow them. Not much else to do at the moment.
Okay. And he shows each of you to your own rooms. They're rather common looking rooms, but they look clean enough.
Alrighty, so Ichirai is going to basically, once the hand servant, whatever, undead thingy steps away, I'm gonna check the room for eyeballs and anything I can see as scrying devices or potential traps, secret doors, all that crazy stuff.
All right, give me a paranoid investigation roll.
Hell yeah, dude. In the lair of like crazy powerful undead creature. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna check the room for scary stuff.
Listen, she gave Luxana a tiara in friendship. She's fine, totally legit.
You go top to bottom, left to right, everything. You don't even find a speck of dust in this room.
Alrighty. I still on guard. It's not my best skill, so like
I immediately start the ritual to resummon my imp.
Okay. That takes what, an hour?
An hour, yeah.
As he appears in front of you after the ritual's done with his arms folded, just like giving you a god damn it look.
You'll live.
Oh yeah, I know, I live. But do you know how many of my deaths are now on the hell highlight reel? I'm like I'm like a comedic spectacle down there now because you send me into everything.
So you're famous now. You're welcome.
I'm not the famous that I want to be. How am I supposed to ascend to other forms if all I'm known for is to be the one throwing in the traps and peeking my head through doors in dangerous situations? Oh, or delivering messages that just get me incinerated.
Hey, it's all about who you know. This'll open doors, I guarantee it.
Well, I think that after we all get settled down, I'll probably assume that Ichirai is worried about his family that's still on the ship, because I'm guessing this will be almost a full day that we haven't talked to them yet.
Almost, yeah.
So I could let him know that I can help him contact them if he wants me to. I can I can help him send a message to them in a dream if he wants.
Yeah, Ichirai would totally be down for that.
Oakley dokley. I'll just pop that in there.
Okay, so you're able to communicate with the ship and oh, you're doing a dream.
Yep.
Creatures that don't sleep, such as elves, can't be contacted by this spell. How long does this last? Oh, a full 8 hours.
Yep.
Okay. So you're spending the time with Ichirai.
Yep.
So how does it work? It's like you cast it on me, or?
Yeah, I cast it on you, and then you can pretty much enter one of their dreams, either your wifey poo or your daughter.
Well, he would enter Iris's dream.
Okay.
And then you can communicate like it's really, what is it, lucid?
Mm-hmm.
Where you know that you're dreaming.
You're pretty much astral projecting him into her dreams.
Right. Exactly.
Okay. So that's what you two are going to be doing during the night. Is anybody doing anything else, or are you guys just going to sleep?
I am.
What are you doing?
I just need one more thing on my bell.
You do not have anything in here to work with your bell.
I thought I had tools with me for it.
That's on the ship.
Oh, that's bullshit. Okay. Never mind.
We're not sleeping on the ship. That's why I just did the thing with the dream.
Oh.
I will take the room that's next to Ichirai's, and during the night, I will give us the benefits of that. It essentially just gives us a +5 bonus to stealth checks, perception checks, and hides any flames or anything that might be on.
Okay.
That's a cool spell. So what's Iris dreaming? I'm like curious.
Surprisingly enough, her dream is she's just in a flower garden, like tending to it. And it's like on this very vibrant looking hill that you've never seen before. And it overlooks a pristine crystal ocean. And down below on the like the beachfront is a small like port town, not even a city. And you can see Asuna running around with like a small group of children having fun, and it just seems to be like the ideal situation that she's always wanted. Never having to fight again, never having to hide. Just living a normal life.
Damn, I kind of feel bad. It's like, so I'm gonna pick a flower and walk up to her, and I'm gonna put it in her hair as I kneel down in front of her and say, you know, you never told me you like flowers this much.
And with, like, right as that you say that, a scream echoes from around you, and you are ripped out of the lucid state.
Oh crap.
As in front of you is Luxana.
Okay.
Missing her face.
Oh, what?
Luxana?
Yep.
You're going to take 32 points of damage.
Alright.
As you are sitting there with Ichirai, you just feel like something like cut into your forehead, and all of a sudden, like, the top layer of your face is just completely ripped off.
Well, that's super rude.
And so dies her inner child.
Well, you know, people being decapitated and my face just being ripped off. You know, what else is? It's just, what is it, Tuesday? I imagine that at that point, she would probably go running to Cassius for help.
Both of us. Because I'm like, what the fuck? Her face is gone.
But yeah, don't even worry about Ichirai right now, or she's not worried about it. She's gonna take off and go try to find Cassius.
All right, Cassius. I believe you are, like, everyone is woken up by the scream.
I would imagine so.
As Luxana comes charging into your room, and you could just see, like, blood dripping down her face, as you could see, like, the exposed, like, muscle and everything.
So
the tiara on her head now, like, this obsidian black color.
Oh, goody.
Yeah, she can't even make coherent words. She's just crying.
So let me just go through a few things here. Where the hell is that spell? Beauregard?
Beauregard is barking.
Like, I know where it is.
Beauregard knows all.
Well, he made that Arcana check like a champ, dude.
True.
I take it this is now a good reason to start burninating everything else in this tower.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is, despite, you know, her face being ripped off, Cassius has seen some shit, so he's not, like, completely thrown off. I'm going to do that on her, and she's going to recover 75 HP.
And with the heal ability, thank you for using the correct one, by the way. If you use Cure Wounds, it would just form scar tissue on her face.
Oh, no.
But Heal completely restores her face.
Perfect. That's good. And then I'm immediately going to follow that up with that on the tiara at level 5.
All right, and the tiara just like crumbles to dust. As it does, you hear a annoying cackling coming from the item as it just falls, as it breaks into oblivion.
And then I'm going to very sternly tell Loxana to stay in the room, and I am going to stomp my way out and back to the main chamber.
I'm
gonna follow him.
Yeah, I'm stomping right behind him, dude, because, like, holy fuck, dude. That is not the sight I wanted to see when my eyes opened, dude.
I'm
It's
just
like-
happy to kill something.
It's like no face Luxana is now burned into the back.
Is the room big enough for Luxana to summon her griffin in there to stay with her since she can't leave?
No.
I will leave Beauregard with her.
Okay.
I'll leave my ghoul.
So the Beauregard and the Ghoul are now standing over Luxana, standing over guard for Luxana.
Yeah, bodyguards.
Beauregard is kind of like cradling Luxana almost by like placing his like giant horse head in her lap.
She is just very, very traumatized and shaken, and she's just pretty much in the shock. She's not gonna move. She's not gonna say anything.
It's like that meme. Boom, childhood ruined.
Yep, exactly. Cassius said, "Stay here. This is what I get for making friends with people." I fucked myself over, and I almost lost my face, or I did lose my face. But
And Cassius is not very happy right now.
All right. As you storm back into the main room, you notice that it's sort of changed in appearance. There is now a it's rather dark, save for a couple torches on these large pillars. That the light just all seems to be following up to a large Talilith's large throne, but behind it is like this open wall, and you can see it, the multiple faces pinned on mannequins, almost like masks, as she's sitting there.
It's like the crazy queen from freaking Return to Oz.
As she's like humming, as she's like holds it up to the light, and you can see that she's studying Luxana's face.
So my pace isn't even going to slow at all. I'm just stomping straight towards her, and Agvrin is kind of like slinking down my arm and manifesting in my hand as the weapon.
All right.
And
so it's at that time when you begin to like walk towards her. 3 of those armored ghouls step in your path. So I'm gonna need you guys to roll initiative. Let's see. Okay, so that will be for the first one. Second dude got a 9. Third dude got a 12. And Lilith got a 10. All right, Ichirai. If you're talking, you're muted, dude.
Okay, so the question I have is, between the time we like, you know, went to bed, kind of sort of, and was rudely awoken by, you know, no face Luxana. was that an hour?
That was about 3 hours.
All right, so then I have my hit points back, and I have my key back, which is really important.
Rudely, she was missing her damn face.
Alrighty. So then, goddamn. So, is there a way for me to bypass these guys? Like, can I fly up and over these guys to get to Lilith?
Yeah, you can.
Alrighty. So then, yeah. So I don't want to waste my time, you know, with bodyguards. I'm heading right for Boss Lady. And I'm flying right up into her grill, and I'm gonna hope I don't get decimated because I'm pretty sure she's like super powerful. So I'm going to, first things first, I'm gonna burn a point of key so I can do flurry of blows.
That could have been awesome.
Dude, oh my god, do you understand how like exploded this tower would have been if that was my child? It's like, alrighty, so.
Oh no, it was only your child's best friend.
Don't worry, the tower will still explode.
All right, so that'll hit.
All right, cool. And
That'll hit
22?
as well.
Alrighty, cool. So then she has to make a DC 17 strength to be knocked prone.
Come on, man. I can't hit her if she's prone.
There's like 3 golem dudes, like here.
Yeah, but who's the biggest threat?
Oh wow! Well,
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. She's not prone.
So you go to knock her down, and she kind of like just gracefully like rolls with like hits the ground with her shoulder and just rolls back up, smiling at you.
Alrighty, that's fine. I got 2 stabs to go.
Also, she has an impressive strength check.
That's gonna be a miss.
You're gonna stab yourself.
I hate that stab himself thing.
As you go to stab her, and she smiles as just with like 2 fingers, she guides the blade back at yourself, and you just end up driving it into your arm.
Alrighty, I only take 17 because I'm resistant to radiant damage.
Yep.
Alrighty, and 1 more stab.
That will not hit.
Jeez, what's with these crappy rolls now?
Your curse is coming back.
I know, right?
Elric.
Alright, how far away from are the armored ghouls from me?
The armored ghouls from you are probably about a good 45 feet. She's about another 20, so she's like another 65 feet away from you.
Alright. That's a safe distance for now. I'm gonna target all of these onto the Lilith lady then.
Let's see. So 2 strikes. So she's going to take 25 damage from the Hellfire. She's going to make 2 DC Constitution saves.
Yep.
Let's see. Does she have... She does not have advantage on spell saves, so that works for you guys. Doesn't matter. Oh, 2 13s. Yeah, she failed. So go ahead and start lighting her up here. First armored dude is going straight towards Cassius since he was making his intentions rather clear. And he's going in for a bite and claw attack. So for the bite and the claw,
Swing and a miss.
both of them are swings and misses. Cassius, you're up.
So, I'm not even gonna skip a step. As soon as they step in front of me, I am just going to blink right past them and continue forward towards her.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to take to the air after I get by them. I could probably only move up about 15 feet, I imagine.
Couldn't you just blink into the air?
Yeah, but I'm too angry to just do that. I want to make a show of how her guards and her protection is completely meaningless to me.
Okay.
And I'm going to point Agvrin at her and drop a level 5 moonbeam on her.
Holy shit. Okay. So a DC 17 Constitution saving throw here.
Yep.
That's gonna hurt. Oh yeah, she's gonna take 34 of that.
Perfect.
You don't fuck with Cassius's not daughter.
You really don't. I also want to make a note that I'm pulling my punches, and I'm asking everyone else to do the same, so I have a chance to get up close and personal when she's down.
Okay. Seeing as how Cassius is now in the air, the two ghouls turn their attention towards those who well, one of the ghouls turns their attention towards Nekrath, as he is one who is in range. He goes for a bite and a what was it? Claw attack. Does 25 hit you?
Yes.
A
No.
8 won't. So you're gonna get bit.
Okay.
Let's get some... Finally, something on my end hits.
Is the 25 your AC or over your AC?
Over my AC.
Alright, so you're going to take 12 points of piercing damage. And I need you to give me a DC 11 Constitution saving throw. Okay. The hag on her turn is just grinning as she does something really twisted. You see her like place Luxana's face up to hers as she slowly forms into your beloved little 6-year-old.
Oh.
That's some ornery shit right there, dude.
Okay.
And in Luxana's voice, she looks up to Cassius. And it's like, how can you hurt your daughter? As she, like, slowly melds away, like, in these bloody tendrils, off into the shadows. And then she's illuminated for a brief second as you see a fireball launch from her staff.
In her little scepter thingy?
Yeah, her little scepter thingy.
Okay. Where? From where?
Straight towards, I need my player's handbook here. Straight towards, what's his face? Cassius.
I know, but from which direction? Because you said she melded into the shadows.
Oh, she's near the door which you guys came in from.
Okay.
Let's see here. I don't know why I'm doing this. I can just give her Fireball. No, I can't give her Fireball, unfortunately, because she doesn't have a character sheet. Ah, I pulled right to it. Alright, so Cassius, I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw. That's not going to hurt.
Come on, roll 20. You can do it. There we go.
Or not.
Or not. Well, they're both the same, so I guess take your pick.
All right, you're going to take 44 fire damage.
This is fine.
Yep, as she grins as the shadows cover her after the blast. After the blast goes off.
I just want to say...
She's got to make a Constitution save.
Well, that, yes, but...
She's also illuminated in the hellfire, if that's what you're asking.
No. You know how she blasted my imp? Well, my imp is immune to fire damage. So that's what staff does. So, technically my imp never died. Moving on.
You're not my mom.
I don't know why I didn't remember that earlier. I just thought to check. But yeah, she doesn't even make a con save at the end of her round.
Yeah, she's gonna burn.
So, I also realized that she had to make another con save for the moonbeam at the start of her turn.
That's right. No.
That's solid 1.
That's solid 1.
What did I roll?
Quick
That was
question.
level 5, right?
She's not in the area of the moonbeam anymore. Does she
She
still
takes it
have-
because she started her turn in it.
Yep.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So she's going to take 33 damage.
Okay. And the last dude he begins to walk towards well, he shoots a crossbow first towards what's his face? Elric.
Ah, yes. Oh, what's his face?
He's gonna miss, and then he begins to walk forward 30 feet towards him.
I'm not a fan of that.
Necrath. Actually, Luxana, what are you doing? Oh, no, wait, I'll get to you after Necrath's turn, because he's bottom of the order.
Okay.
So, Liv just moved behind me?
No, she's off over next to where the door you guys came in from now.
From when we were barging in?
Yeah.
So she's technically behind me,
Not really, she's technically off to the side of you.
off to the side. Can I get to her?
You can, but you've got a ghoul on your ass right now.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh.
I'm going to her. I will allow the ghoul to make an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Did you want to roll for? Okay.
It's gonna miss.
Okay. And I'm going to her and I'm swinging at her.
2 hits.
And she's a mage user.
Yes.
So what does my sword do to her?
Oh, you have the Mage Slayer, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
I
So
sent
need-
you the information on Discord on what it did.
Oh, let me check. Did you know? Do.
I think it was bonus damage to magic users, wasn't it?
You did
I think it
not.
was- I think it was bonus damage.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing. Did you send through DM or did you send it on Gibbering Mouthers?
Oh, no, it's not bonus damage, it silences them.
Okay, so she's silenced.
Yeah, she's silenced until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
Alright, now, Luxana, what are you up to?
Okie dokie. How far away is the room from where I am?
You mean the main chamber?
Yeah, where everybody's fighting the big mean lady.
You've probably got a
From-
good 60 feet of safety before she would be able to enter in and get to your room.
Because even though Cassie has told her that she needs to stay put after slowly coming down from the shock, she's probably going to realize that the lady promised that she was going to be friendly and she wasn't friendly. And she was going to be worried about Cassius, so she's going to pat Beauregard on the head and scratch behind his ears and tell him to go to What's your what?
Elric.
Elric.
Yeah, Elric. I don't. All right.
What's his face?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, what's his face exactly?
Well, look at the bottom of the screen in Roll20.
So he so Beauregard borks and he turns into like that pool of shadow and he begins to go off towards where his master is.
Yep. And I'm gonna tell the flesh golem to go as well, and then I'm gonna use my dimension door to go into the chamber before yelling at the woman that she's a big, mean, awful, crazy.
All right.
lady.
How far from the woman are you appearing?
I'm
She
probably.
wouldn't know where the woman is, so...
Yeah, no, I wouldn't know where it is.
Okay,
So I'm
so-
probably gonna be somewhere where we were standing yesterday when she gave me.
Oh, okay. So on the carpet.
Yeah,
Okay. So you pop in.
and I'm not gonna use the other thing because that would be my action. I just pretty much tell her, "You're super mean, and I hate you." And then
You're super mean and I hate you.
Yep. You promised and you.
No, Luxana's like, you're super mean, and I hate you.
Yeah, pretty much just like that.
Little 6-year-old rage.
Yep, pretty much.
All right, Ichirai, you're up.
Alrighty. So she is she more than 45 feet from me right now?
Yes.
Alrighty. So then I'm going to bonus action dash. So she's not more than 90 feet, right?
She is not. She's about 65.
All right, cool. So I'm going to bonus action dash, get in front of her face, and then I'm going to do 2 chops. And it's just me in melee combat, right? With her right now?
No, Nakrath is there.
All right, cool. That's gonna be a miss.
That is going to, let's see, what is her armor class? That is going to miss.
All right.
That'll hit.
All right, cool. All right, that's all I got.
Okay. As you hit her, you see a little bit of blood like come out of her mouth as she looks at you with a grin, and she's like, "If I fall wearing this face, so does your little girl." And it's Elric's turn.
Well, I look at Luxana. Does she look like she's hurt, or is she just like making base threats?
Luxana doesn't look like she's hurt, but you have also never come across this magic before.
True. All right, that's fine. Well, what I'll do is I'll now hold my punches where I don't want them to be fatal, just knockout damage.
Okay. Elric. Hold monster. I actually made a save tonight.
Made the save. Legit.
So this one is the one that was on Ichirai before he moved. So he's going to pull out a crossbow and he's going to take a shot at...
I just realized I was muted and I was trying to say stuff. Yeah, I'm also going to move away from the ghoul that was running at me.
All right. And then the one that was on Ichirai is going to turn and fire at Luxana with a crossbow.
That's super rude.
Does the 21 hit you?
Yeah.
You know you can use cutting words to save yourself from attacks, right?
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I should definitely remember that in the future then.
So you're going to take 10 damage from a crossbow bolt.
Okay,
Cassius.
So when she took on the form of Luxana, instead of having like an air of hesitation about him, Cassius just got a really wide grin. And his eyes just stay fixed on her. And I'm going to use my action to move the moonbeam back on top of her and use bonus action to heal myself a little bit. I will regain 21 and get 6 temp HP.
Okay.
And that's all I'm going to do right now.
All right. So this one was on Necrath. And Necrath moved away. So it's going to fire at Necrath. I don't think a 19 hits you, right? Necrath?
Nope.
Okay. So it's her turn. She's got to make that Constitution save for the moonbeam.
She does. Yes. And because she's shape changed, she actually has to do it at disadvantage. And if she fails, she reverts back to her original form.
All right.
Okay, so she fails. She will revert back, and she will also take
a ton of damage.
37 damage.
Okay, so like Luxana's face falls off of her, and it like turns to dust as the moonbeam just envelops her in its lunar light and pretty much turns her entire body to ash.
Damn, I was really hoping for a chance to have a few words with her.
When she dies, so do her guards.
What happens to Luxana?
Nothing.
Okay, so
the face was removed before the damage was dealt.
Did I miss a round?
The moonbeam just went off.
Yeah,
and since she failed the saving throw, since she was shape changed, she reverts back to her natural form.
Yep.
Ah, gotcha.
So if she passed the save, Cassius would have killed me.
Maybe.
But that's the one little caveat of Moonbeam that I have never gotten to use before, and I've always wanted to. And I'm so glad that this perfect opportunity came up for it.
But you, those who are close to her get a look at her before she dies. In her natural state, she is this old, like, decrepit and twisted-looking hag.
Hags. It's always hags.
So what about her face wall? Did they all remain, or did they turn to ash as
Her
well?
face wall remains.
I'm burning that shit down to the ground, dude.
I'm burning this entire tower down to the ground.
Hey. Loot first, burn later.
Well,
Okay,
naturally.
Fine, yeah, loot first. But while you guys are looting, I'm taking out the high octane brew and I'm like soaking the fucking trophy wall with it.
Okay.
I'm just using produce flame on everything after I make sure I get all the good stuff.
Okay.
Nothing in it, light it on fire. Take the good stuff,
wait
light
to
it on
loot
fire.
the whole tower, not just this room.
Did we notice a below, or is it just this?
Yeah, it was just this floor.
So there's nothing else below or above.
There is nothing below. The only thing above is the tower.
Okay, which is the way out.
Yep.
Alrighty, yeah, fuck that. All right, so.
Right, loot everything, set it on fire,
Yep.
leave.
So each of you can give me investigation checks.
I'm too preoccupied with just burning the place to the ground.
Apparently, Elric is thinking of fire as well. Apparently, so is Luxana.
She's still a little traumatized. Leave her alone.
All right. Groudon.
See,
Necrath finds a hidden wall near the back of the chamber, and inside you find numerous chests full of clothing and jewelry and assortments of weapons.
ooh, I'm
But
excited.
the clothing looks like it's been worn before.
Okay. Okay, I tell them to don't burn anything yet, and I show them the back area.
It's probably all the stuff from the people that she met while she was here.
Probably. something else that I want to note is if it didn't turn to ash with her, I want to grab her scepter.
Okay, you could take the scepter. It did not turn to ash.
Perfect.
I'm just waiting to know what you guys are doing.
Oh, okay. I'll search for wonderful weapons.
So did my 16 let me find anything?
You're 16. You did not find anything.
Wow. Okay, so just grounding. So whatever. So we just have his flesh
Yep.
golem guy, like just
So
like fill him up and just like start walking out.
Grouding inside, you don't find anything of any exuberance inside there. It just seems to be a bunch of discarded basic weaponry and clothing and jewelry.
Give me just. I want to see. I want to cast magic in there.
There is 0 magic in there.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Damn. Okay. Gathering all the gold and whatnot and taking it with me.
Okay.
And gold helping me.
You mean the jewelry?
Yeah, the jewelry. That's
Okay.
you.
All right, so Necrath pretty much just stuffs his pockets with as much jewelry as he can. And you see him walking out with like a couple necklaces and stuff hanging out of his pockets.
All right, cool. I'll do the same. Anything that looks like it's valuable.
All right. I'm just going to say that you guys take time to be able just to fill your pockets with whatever you can before leaving.
Well, if there's a chest that's just full of clothing, just take the clothing out the chest and just dump the valuables in it, and then just give it to the flesh golem.
There you go.
Before we do that, I want to poke the chest with my sword.
It's just a chest.
Yeah, but he wants to make sure it's not a mimic.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's just a chest. It was open and it had clothing inside of it.
You never know. Heck, you ever seen a sleeping mimic? It yawns all the time.
Alrighty, so skadoosh on fire, and we get out of here.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you reduce her wall of faces to cinders. You meet up with Valerian in the main chamber.
We need to go. Let's go.
He goes, I was just waiting on your command. I heard the combat and then the whooshing of flames. I was about to leave without you, but then realized...
Real quickly. Someone detect magic on him.
Who, on me?
Oh yeah, you've got detect magic. Use it.
Okay, I'll use it.
Well, it's up to 10 minutes, so it should still be active.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should still
Yeah,
be
there's
active.
magic on him.
Is it located to items that he's wearing, or does it seem like his magical?
It looks like he's got a couple rings on him that emanate magic.
After a shape changer in this tower, I'm not exactly trusting many.
He goes, wait, shape changer? She could
She was a
shape
bad
change?
lady.
Well, detect magic will tell you the school of magic that the items are. So just from the school of magic, you should be able to determine whether it's relatively safe or we're about to be fucked.
There's nothing there's no combat in there. There seems to be one is divination, and the other one is from a healing school.
Oh, also, quick question: that locket that I lifted off of what's his face, would that be glowing any at all?
Yeah,
Unmade Gaming, thank you for the host, dude.
You would have to pull it out in front of all of us
Yeah.
to let Necraft see it. I don't think you'd do that.
No.
I mean, I can check later once everyone's like kind of ahead, but as of right now, we're in a kind of small predicament.
Okay, so you guys exit with Valerian back up to the surface, and the boat is already sitting there waiting for you like a loyal dog.
Good boat.
So, as everyone is leaving the tower and getting onto the boat, I'm going to stop Luxana and wait till everyone's kind of departed. I imagine just kind of like in the archway of the entrance of this tower, and kneel down and put my hands on her shoulders and tell her, as long as I'm around, anybody that lays a hand on you, this is their fate. And I'm going to kind of motion back to the burning tower. You're safe as long as I'm here. And then we're going to go back to the boat.
And then suddenly something stabs him in the back and he dies.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time I've died. That's why I said as long as I'm still here, not as long as I'm still
As
alive.
the gem activates and pulls only Cassius through a portal.
I know, right? Like,
All right, and you guys make it back on the boat, and it, without even a command from Elric, begins to sail away from the tower.
Yeah, it's just like, nope, out.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Now,
That was disappointing.
Rhythmic High, dude, thank you for the raid. Welcome on in, Raiders. Let's get some love in the chat for Rhythmic High and all the Raiders coming in. So there is one more thing I need you guys to do before we close out on this night in game. Can all of you, and I mean all of you, give me a Constitution saving throw?
When you say all of us, do you mean my griffin too?
No.
and is anyone foolish enough to be inside that tower? Damn it.
No.
Yeah, no, I'm dead.
You're not dead.
Let's see.
Dead.
The evil Rojan asked us to make con saves.
The evil Rojan.
Maybe he's just determining who gets prizes and who doesn't.
With a con save?
I know, right?
You never know.
Okay. So the night passes. You all get a nice, well-needed rest after some face-ripping horror and a interrupted dream sequence that you can tell has scared the bejesus out of Iris.
Oh, poor Iris.
That when you guys are sleeping
I
at
apologize.
Ichirai, she is just pretty much has you like in a death bear hug, holding you, like not letting you go as she's sleeping. Because she also heard Luxana's scream when the face was ripped off.
Oh God, yeah. Thankfully she doesn't have that image in her face.
Oh no, she didn't see it. She just heard the little 6-year-old cleric or little 6-year-old bard screaming in misery. And that was enough to disturb her.
Yeah.
So, in the morning,
Crap. What body part did I lose?
Nakrath, Luxana, and Ichirai, can you give me Constitution saving throws?
Again?
God, I've got that disease crap. Jeez, it's like my worst save.
All
dude.
right, Luxana saves.
Yeah. Nope.
Okay, so Nakrath,
Yes.
you are going to take 1 Constitution damage
Okay.
and 3 Dex damage. Now this affects your stats, not your HP. So you make a note somewhere where your base stats are, and then reduce your Constitution by 1 and your Dex by 3. Ichirai.
I would you like to say I was never bitten?
Oh, you don't have to be bitten. You lose 1 Constitution and 3 Dex.
Okay. Now before I start marking my character sheet, the second I take that damage, I have my Heartstone, and I'm going to rub and shake and like, yo, get rid of the cooties.
Oh, you have the Heartstone. That's right.
Fuck yeah, dude. Poison and disease. Get off.
Okay, so like you wake up and you can just you can see the like in the mirror like the black veins starting like to form on your face, and you just grasp the Heartstone tightly, and it takes like a moment of concentration for you to do it, but you feel it like pulse in your hand softly as the curse is removed from your body. Though the Constitution and Dexterity damage are something that are going to have to be regained.
Long rested.
So once your disease is cured, you recover 2 Dex points per day naturally, but you could only restore the you can only magically restore the lost Constitution.
So a greater restoration will do it for you.
Yep.
Or should do it for you anyway.
A greater restoration would do it, or a wish. You know, we all like wishes.
No more wishes, please.
Well, we're out of wish candy, so there's no danger there.
For now.
For now. And Luxana, you're feeling a little under the weather, but you're not showing any of like anything too much. You've got dark circles under your eyes, but given the fact that you just had your face ripped off, and just having to go through that nightmare, you can just like attribute that to like lack of sleep, as you just can't get that that feeling or image out of your mind.
Now, quick question: can I use is the Heartstone something I can only use on myself, or can I use it on other people as well?
It is a once a day action.
Alrighty. So then over like I guess Cassius has the greater restoration, so whoever he can't greater restore to get rid of the nastiness, I will use the Heartstone the next day to get rid of on whomever.
Well, the greater restoration is to also recover the con damage.
Yeah.
What you do won't recover con damage. He'll just stop the loss.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know. But I mean, if anyone
he's pretty much cured the disease, but the effects from the sickness are still there.
Yeah, curing it to prevent any further, damage from being done or death.
Mm-hmm. That's something that has to take effect itself. Though, upon waking up, you, Cassius, you find Valerian standing out on the of the bow of the ship, just like looking out towards the storm that seems to constantly be going on in this area of the sea.
I will probably walk up next to him, looking out at the storm as well.
He's like, as dangerous as this looks, there's a dark beauty to it, don't you think?
That's why I'm out here.
Well, you and your friends have saved me from a horrible fate, to say the least. And I would like to offer my assistance in any way possible.
Well, we'd be happy to have you on board for the time being. I can't tell you when we're going to be making port again. But,
He goes, well, maybe I can assist you in other ways. As he opens up a secret compartment in his bag, and he hands you a small glowing scroll.
Oh. I will unravel it and look at it, assuming that's a good idea.
All right, and when you unravel it and look at it, the entirety of the sea is mapped.
Oh.
That's very nice.
But
that is.
It's of the old world.
Oh. Still very nice.
He goes, this is what your dragonborn salesman sold to me.
I imagine that fetched a hefty price.
Yes, but in my quest to find not only glorious treasure, but knowledge, it was well worth the price.
So how detailed is the map?
It goes as far as detailing small, insignificant towns.
Is it topographical by any chance?
Yes.
Excellent. We can pick big towns that are high up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look at the scroll for a while before kind of returning my gaze to him. Say, you lost your ship, didn't you?
Yes. Knowing the ghouls, they have probably already converted it into one of their vessels.
Well, I think maybe we can help each other here. When next we make port, if you are willing to sail under my banner, I will get you a new ship and a crew, and you can continue doing what you do best, finding that treasure out in the world, helping me map this world.
He's like, honestly, that is the best offer I've received in ages. I would be happy to sail under your flag.
I will firmly shake his hand and then return to my quarters.
All right, and as you firmly shake his hand, you notice off in the distance, lightning cracks just right that you catch a large eel-like creature floating through the air, heading towards your boat. And that is where we are going to end for this week.
Well, that doesn't sound promising.
Cliffhangers.
Merry Christmas. Oh wait.
Well, no, Happy New Year to everyone, as this is the second. We haven't... Our last stream was the week before Christmas.
So the day of the handshake, is this the day of or the day after I use the Hearthstone?
The day of. This is in the morning when everybody awoke.
All right, cool.
So you like scrubbing your flesh with the Hearthstone, like removing the curses the same day. Pretty much the same time.
So it doesn't affect hit points, but is it gonna affect like my attack stats and stuff?
Only if it lowers your dexterity score by the number that was rolled. So
okay,
so
then,
your dexterity recovers 2 points a day. So right now it's knocked down by 3, and your constitution is knocked down by 1.
Alrighty, but you said it doesn't affect hit points.
It doesn't do hit point damage, but if it lowers your HP, it lowers like your constitution bonus. Like you would just I wouldn't say that it would
Subtract
lower
1
that.
HP per level.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
I
you
know.
go.
I know.
That would work.
Well, then no, that's the rule.
Yeah.
That's how you're supposed to do it. I just because you said it doesn't affect HP. That's what I was trying to confirm.
Oh no! It doesn't do HP damage.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It does stat damage. So if it screws with your stats, then yes, it would affect your HP.
Alrighty. Cool. All right.
But yeah, so we're gonna leave off there with some weird eel creature floating through the sky towards the cruise ship.
Well, I had my face ripped off. Bring it on.
She's like, there's nothing else that can go worse than that.
Yep.
Careful what you say.
You haven't played with me long.
Well, as a 6-year-old girl who was told that she was pretty enough to be a princess, I don't think there's much worse than having your face ripped off.
She appealed to that vanity.
Mm-hmm.
So that
Was that a bit of a pun there? She appealed to the vanity?
it wasn't intentional, but I'll take it. So that is where we are going to leave off for tonight. We do this game every Tuesday from 6:30 p.m. to about 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Right now, we currently run 3 shows. So you've got this show, which you're watching right now. And on Wednesdays, we have RPG Mixtape, which is where we take a different tabletop game every month and we play a short month-long one-shot with it. This month, we are going to be playing, was it Shadowrun?
Yes.
Yeah, we're playing Shadowrun this month with our special guest, Mila. And then on Sunday we have another D&D campaign, which we are currently running Tomb of Annihilation on Blood Moon Adventures, and that's where Alicorn, HB Fox, myself, Spooner Sloth, and Hybrid Magpie are currently being tortured by Impius as we wander the godforsaken land of Chult. I still just want to burn that island. But, yeah. And as you can see, Alicorn has put in a community command, which is, if you want to maybe jump into some games with us here in 2018, fill out that short Google Doc, and you will go on a list that we should be going through sometime in the very near future. But as we are signing off, Master Groudon, what do you do? What do you do on Twitch aside from stream with us?
Well, I'm a variety streamer, and recently just finished the storyline for Xenoblade 2. I did enjoy it, but I'm still doing some post-game stuff with that. And then later on down the road, we'll be doing some new content for Final Fantasy XIV. Getting new dungeons and a primal.
Nice. Happy Funball TM, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Azarin, who are you and what do you do on Twitch?
I am Azarin, and I am getting back into variety streaming and just getting some incidentals taken care of for stream stuff. And I do RPGs, looter shooters, and like some retro games and stuff like that. So, yeah, so I'm hoping to actually have a schedule of some kind pieced together for next week.
Right on, dude. Alicorn, what do you do on Twitch?
Me. I am the community manager for Dungeons and Distractions, which basically means that I am obligated by contract to join every game possible that we have here. So I play on Tuesdays and I also play on Sundays. There may be something new in the works, or there may not be. Don't
quote you on that.
Yeah, don't do that. That's probably a bad plan. But yeah, other than that, I stream part-time whenever I have the time on my channel, and I just play Ark. So there's that.
There may be something new in the works, Alicorn.
Damn it, HP Fox.
Speaking of contractually obligated to play in every game that we run, HP Fox, what do you do on Twitch?
Aside from everything that this channel does, because I can't help myself, I am the manager for the Hunter Wild. We have a community-oriented variety cast here on Twitch, and I am going to have to wrangle They Are Billions out of Hunter's hands sometime soon, so he plays something else.
Good luck with that.
He loves the game, and it's getting good numbers, but he's been playing it a long time. But yeah, we have some exciting stuff coming up this year, including something that's kind of involved in broadcasting, but not part of broadcasting itself. We're having a bot system developed, and a lot of people are asking about us. And all I can say at this point is we are about to start in-channel testing with it. So fun stuff is coming.
Dude, I can't wait until we get to hear more about that stuff. That bot is making me excited. Tiny joins us here every Tuesday for Dungeons and Distractions, but you are not one of the streamer people, huh? Nope. But we love him. We love his antics here on Tuesday night, as he is our Hellfire slinging warlock, who I can't wait to see his reaction here in about a week or so for what is planned for his character. I think out of everyone, I have a complete development arc so far for Elric. I'm working on everyone else's at the moment, but Elric, seemingly being the devil-worshipping warlock that he is, I have things planned for him.
Should I be afraid or
No, you should be excited. These aren't bad things.
excellent?
I'm so excited.
Oh, and then, much like HP Fox and Alicorn, I too am contractually obligated to participate in pretty much everything on this channel as I help run the channel with Impious. I stream here 3 nights a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday. And I also have my own channel where I stream 7 days a week, playing pretty much anything that is or resembles an RPG, fighting game, or shoot 'em up. Right now, focusing a lot on my Skyrim permadeath runs, as well as probably near the end of this week, we are going to be going a little retro with the start of the playthrough of The Legend of Dragoon, that wonderful little PS1 classic. But as we sign off, we're gonna go on a little raid here, as we normally do, because that is what we do here on Dungeon Distractions at the end. And we're gonna go raid Spooner Sloth, as he plays D&D with us on Sundays, and right now he is currently doing The Division. So you guys can see him running around shooting random people. I'm waiting for him to hit max level so I can join in with him on my my in-game character.
I don't want to add more promotion to that, but you definitely want to check out our Sunday game. We've been gone for a month and we're just coming back. There are going to be some ridiculous antics there.
Wait, did Imp give you an inside track on what's going on?
Oh no, there's just always antics.
Okay, I didn't know if he told you what he was planning. I was like, wait, why do you get inside knowledge?
No, you said we're raiding Spooner, and I was like, yep, good old Fives.
Good old Fives, the king of Chult.
Yep.
All right, so guys, when we pop into his chat, when the raid is ready, wait for my raid call of "We're here for the XP," and in the chat spam, I heard there were dragons in here. Let's show Spooner some love, and we will catch you guys tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time for the start of our Shadowrun game on RPG Mixtape. Have a good one, everyone.